Sage Wanderer here, and welcome to Sage Mail. I have a whole giant big old bag full of mail. So this is a new segment where I address or talk about the letters that are being mailed to me. Since I gave out my P.O. box, I have been showered with words of encouragement, monetary gifts, packages with stuff in them for me, and man, I've loved every minute of it. And to start off this episode of Sage Mail, I think I'll tell you the story. You get a free story in this one. The story of the Sage birthday curse. So, everyone knows that my family was poor and that I was raised up really poor. And we were Pentecostals, which meant that we had a really good excuse to ignore holidays. Like everyone talks about how, recently we just had Easter, and everyone was talking about how Easter has, pagan roots, and Christmas has some pagan roots, and there's really not any good holidays if you're really strict Christian, and especially if you're poor. Well, then we can kind of ignore holidays. And I think when my dad, the old Marine, I think his main reason for shunning holidays was because we just couldn't afford. Poor people can't afford holidays. We just couldn't afford them. And birthdays were a burden on our family. And because my parents were from the generation that grew up during the Depression, typically our birthdays were really sparse, and many times my birthday went unnoticed. Now, my sister, the one who's got the cafe now, if you're wondering, her and I have made up, and I've found some common ground with her man, so everything's okay there. I'm back to hanging out over there off and on, so I'm not completely alone. But her birthday is just 2 days before my birthday, and she's 13 years older than me. So most of my life was anytime I had a birthday recognition, it was because Debbie was demanding that her birthday get recognized. and so the party was about her, and also it's Sage's birthday too, also him, don't forget him. And so I never had a birthday party. All my growing up, I never got a birthday party. Well, my mom felt bad about that in one place we lived, and we threw a birthday party, and I invited every kid in my class, and only one showed up. So, what do you expect when a kid moves around all the time? You don't get a chance to make friends. You're always the new guy. But I never had a birthday party, and most of the time, many times, my birthday went unnoticed. It wasn't uncommon for just maybe a happy birthday at best. If I did get a gift, it was always a practical gift. And there's just something weird that almost every time I had a recognized birthday, I got the same gift. A gray shirt. It's why you'll never see me wearing a gray shirt. But I said all that to say this. Since I opened up enough to give you guys my P.O. box, and open a P.O. box just for this, I've been inundated with gifts and with letters and words of encouragement. It's been like a birthday every day. So I'm making up for the Sage birthday curse. And I can say I've had some good birthdays, thanks mainly to my kids. My kids have recognized that, I have a birthday curse, and so they've gone out of their way oftentimes to make it better. My favorite one is when my son took this money that he'd been saving up, cutting lawns all summer, the summer before, and he sat on it all winter long, and when spring came around, he had some left over after Christmas and everything, and he saved this money up, and it was enough that he took me and him for a day of paintball together. And that ain't cheap. And that young boy, I guess he was about 11 or 12, maybe 13. He paid for my paintball, our paintball day. And that was one of my greatest gifts. But since I got this P.O. box, it's been like Christmas up in here all the time. So you see, Christmas, birthday, all that. So you see this big bag of letters, and that's awesome because I've been so lonely. I've been really, it's this, you could sit out here on this place and watch the seasons change and never speak to a soul. It's really isolated out here, and all my rowdy friends have settled down, or they're dead, or they've moved someplace else. One of my close buds I was hoping to reconnect with when I came back here to Texas has moved to Colorado. Hey, John in Colorado. But yeah, so having these letters to read has been really awesome. So I thought I'd share a little bit of it with you. I want you to know, if you sent me a letter, I read it. I read every single letter. I read every single word. Many of the letters I've read more than once, and that's whether you gave me a gift or not. I still read the letters all the same. And it's funny, most of the people that gave me gifts gave me little short letters, and some have given me some that didn't give me gifts at all, gave me epic long letters. And but I'll share some of the fun stuff here. Now you've seen the whole bag, and I will tell you this: I cannot promise I'm going to write back to everyone. There's just so many letters, and more come in every day. So the best I can do is say thank you so much. I've read the letters. I've taken them to heart. You've made me laugh. You've made me cry. And you've made me feel loved. And sorry, it's choking me up. You've made me feel loved. You really have. Thank you. I needed it. I really, really did. This is God paying it back to me through you. Thank you for being my angels. Thank you for being giving me these great letters. But I wanted to read one. I'll read a couple of them to you. This is from Holly. I'm sure you've heard this many times by now, but I want to tell you how inspiring you truly are. I have only been watching your YouTube for a short 2 months now, and you have helped me to broaden my view of this world. I was born with a deeply ingrained wanderlust. That means she likes to travel. That has been smothered out by my choices in life. Sometimes we get anchored, She says, she goes on to write, "We are a lot alike, you and I love that I have found your channel. I feel grounded when I have the time in this crazy world while watching your story. I love your coffee talks and watching the progress on your land. Most of all, I understand you, your heart, your blessed gifts from God, the source. So thank you, Sage. Thank you for being real and being raw. Holly." So thanks, Holly, for writing me. It's a cry fest. They're all soaked with tears. Let's see here. Sorry. I really like this one because it came with a little piece of artwork. So this is like purple construction paper, and on it they've drawn a little picture of my cabin in the trees here and my fireplace they saw me build. So it looks a lot. There was actually a pretty good rendition there, and it says Sage was sitting here on a quiet Sunday evening with my daughter. She was bored, so we got out the construction paper and coloring supplies. As you can see, I'm not an artist, but I tried to draw a little vision of a cabin for you under the moon and stars by a campfire on your land. Sure hope you're able to start on a well and septic to get your home started soon. Looking forward to more story time and coffee talk on your channel. I'm about to reveal to you over the course of the next few days, if I can do it without crying. Oh, that's from Rory and Emma, by the way. I almost changed subject. Rory and Emma, and I'm going to show you a picture. If you send me pictures and you don't want me to show them, you should tell me. But if you don't tell me, I'm just going to go ahead and show folks, because gosh, you're both gorgeous and you have beautiful smiles. And so there's the lady and her daughter who made this awesome picture for me, and this stuff's going to go up on the wall here. I'm going to start a little wall of pictures, and if anybody colors anything for me. I got a painting someone sent me. I think his name is Eric. Hey, if you painted a little painting of my cabin and a fireplace on actual canvas and you mailed it to me, I did get it, but I don't know if it's the government or the post office opened it. It was horribly opened and everything was scattered, and all that was in there was no letter or anything, was just this painting, which I dearly love. But if there was something else in there, you might want to, I don't know, just letting you know I didn't get anything but the painting, no letter or anything, because it was opened and barely held together with tape. It was, I don't know why they liked your painting. They all wanted to look at it. Maybe they thought it was stolen art. Don't. But anyway, but I'm about to reveal to you over the course of the next few days an amazing miracle that God has done in my life. And so, yeah, the well is on the way. And yeah, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but yeah, a studio is in the works. That God is doing great miracles, and I can't wait to share it with you. I'm just waiting until well, I'm waiting until I do a couple things, and then I want to tell you what I've done and how it happened. But anyway, back to the letters, back to the Sage Mail. See, here's another one. This is from my Irish buddy Rory. I did just show you. He sent me a CD. I don't have a CD player except in my car, so I got it out today to go in the car. I'm going to give it a listen to, but it seems to me like it's country music from an Irishman, which ought to be interesting since, well, I guess if you want to get right down to it, it was the Irish people that brought Celtic music here, which gave birth to country music as we know it in the Ozarks and the Smoky Mountains, and so we'll see what the original source has to what it sounds like. So we'll give that a listen later today. He put a letter in there and a euro note, which I'm not sure what to do with. I need to transfer a euro to American money. But then this is another letter I wanted to share with you. We're about done here. This is from Kristina Steve. Hi, Sage. Kristina Steve here. I understand you have to be careful meeting new people, so I thought I'd introduce us a little better. We don't really have an internet profile. I was born in Texas. Steve wishes he was. Well, I wasn't born in Texas, but I got here as soon as I could. And when I left, I come running back with my tail between my legs, ready to come back to Texas. This is her speaking, I guess. I'm a musician, guitar and harmonica. I did massage therapy for about 30 years. I don't want to tell too much of their personal stuff. They kind of explain what they do for a living and who they are. They talk about feeling kind of isolated because of their politics. You know, I can totally relate. You know, I had lost a bunch of friends over this Trump thing. And, you know, it's interesting. I'm working on this record still. We're mixing this record out of Oregon, you know, that I've leaked little pieces of. And, you know, it's the Strumshine thing I'm doing. And, but one of the people that played on the record, one of the musicians I brought in, had a falling out with the band leader. And I think he said something like, he is not going to, he just cannot work with people who would support that blankety blank person as president. So, you know, they go to hating on us because we like Trump, that musician that played on the record. So, but yeah, I mean, it can cost you, I totally get it. It can cost you friends, and it'd be surprised who they are. It's just seems random sometimes, the people that get so bent out of shape about Trump. But they basically go on to say that they don't have that many friends anymore. I don't have that many friends anymore. And they think we can be good friends. And they live close by, you know. They're over in Fort Worth. And, you know, so I'm probably going to give y'all a call. So if you get a call from a person claiming to be Sage Wanderer, it's actually me. I'm probably going to call you guys the next time I'm in Fort Worth. And, I don't know, we just have coffee or something. Yeah, when you get isolated, you start to really value any little contact with people, you know. But love the letters. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to all of you that have donated to the cause and helping me with this project with the land. And, you know, I started writing back to people who wrote me. And today I wrote back to somebody. I haven't mailed it yet. I just wrote it today. I'm going to take it to the post office in the morning. But, you know, in that letter, I talked about how I was on my face before God going, God, what did I do to deserve such grace? What did I do to deserve such, you know, an outpouring of love and gifts and money? And, you know, what did I deserve? You know, what did I do to deserve all that? And then God brought to mind, you know, the thousands of hours I worked ministering to people's needs, and I never thought about getting paid. I didn't complain I didn't get paid. I wasn't trying to get paid. I wasn't worried about being paid. I was just addressing the need. You know, I was just helping people that needed help. And I've been called an angel by people. I've been called a guardian angel. I've been called the angel that rescued them. I've done a lot of rescuing in my life, and it's just part of my calling is helping people. And when I needed help, God came through for me through my viewers. And I'm not saying I earned it. I'm saying that I was generous with my time, and so God has rescued me. So thank you all for being my angel. I've been other people's angel, and it's nice to get that. I guess one of my viewers or one of the people that wrote me said, it's my season to receive. So I gladly receive. Now, there's another portion of these letters I want to talk about before I let you go. Many of these letters are from people that are in as desperate or even more desperate situations than I found myself in. And they're asking me for help. And all I can really do at this point is pray for you, because I don't have the things that I need really yet. It's happening. It's a miracle, and I can offer you this inspiration. If you have a history of helping people and not asking or expecting anything in return, if you have a history of donating your time and energy towards righteous things and godly things, if you've forgiven people that have stabbed you in the back, if you've loved people that didn't love you back, if you've loved people that were unlovable, then God will rescue you too, just like He rescued me. And it broke my heart to hear so many people needing help. And maybe at some point I'll be in the position to help them in the ways that I've been being helped. And but at this point, all I can do is pray for you. So if you would, just everybody, there's some of the letters aren't in this bag because I'm still reading through them and writing replies. But if you'll just hold up in prayer every person that wrote me, whether it was to bless me or to ask for help or just to beg for prayers, pray for all those people that wrote me. I'm praying for them too. And God can do miracles. And you guys are about to see, you're about to see what a miracle God's done in my life. I'm flabbergasted. And I know you're on your edge of your seat to hear the details. But God has blessed me immensely, and I already felt so blessed. I mean, He blessed me when He gave me my talent and my abilities. And He's blessed me to have this wonderful, crazy, amazing life. And He's blessing me once again. And you will see, this is the main thing that's going to come out of this, I think, is to inspire you to know that God does love you. God does care about you. And if you're one of those people that just have given and given and given, God gives back, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. God bless us all.